Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show and Torah Life Ministries, and we have a great guest here today. We are stuck in Babylon. Some of you might have heard of Babylon, but some of you have no idea what that means. Our guest is going to explain what Babylon is, and when you understand what Babylon is, you're going to understand why we have more money, science, knowledge of the topic of disease than ever before to study this and everything else, but at the same time we have more people suffering from disease because they're stuck in Babylon. This is Michael Rood, and he's about to give you a healthy Rood awakening. He's going to tell you about Babylon and the health connection with Babylon and disease and so on. So Michael, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, and it's good to have Paul with us for our Out of Babylon weekend. And let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. Do you want to know what it is? Babylon is not just an ancient city in Mesopotamia. Babylon is all around us, even now in this very room. Babylon is a system. It is a system, and it is a prison that is holding us. It is holding our nation, it's holding our children. And in the book of Genesis, 4,000 years ago, it was Abraham who was told to come out of Babylon. In the book of the Revelation, the children of Abraham are told to come out of Babylon, but no one is telling us what Babylon really is. See, Babylon is not just a religious system, but Babylon is also a political and economic system. And Babylon has to come down. The book of Revelation spends 2 entire chapters describing Babylon and the destruction of Babylon. And after 2 chapters, it finally tells us why Babylon must be destroyed. Because the great men of the earth, the ones who rule nations, who set up presidents and kings, they are the merchants of Babylon, and through their pharmakia, they deceive the nations. They're lying to all of us. In a parallel scripture, back in Isaiah, 600 years before the prophecy came about, 2,000 years ago, in the book of the Revelation, Isaiah said the same thing, that in the last days our husbands would be dropping dead like flies, as it speaks to the daughters of Babylon. Their children would be dropping dead with no explanation. They'd have no idea where it came from, no idea when it would hit them. And this is what is happening in our culture today. We have finally arrived at that prophetic moment that Isaiah prophesied. It says, your children are going to drop dead without any warning. You'll have no idea why 2- and 3-year-old babies are being operated on for cancer tumors, and in the cancer tumors they are finding the DNA of African monkeys. No idea why this is happening. No idea why 10 years ago 1 in 10,000 children in America were diagnosed with autism, and now it's 1 in 67. 1 out of 67 children, every 20 minutes, another child has been given autism. And if you think that you're going to be told why and how these people are getting hit with autism and completely destroying their lives, then you don't understand Babylon. Because Babylon is a system of slavery. And the entire medical profession, the FDA, the pharmaceutical corporations are so firmly and fully entrenched in Babylon that what they have produced, we have gone from the leaves of the trees, which are giving for the health and the healing of the nations, which is in the book of Genesis and will be again in the end of the book of the Revelation, but they have taken the leaves of the trees, and through the process of the cultural development and scientific development, finally now we no longer have the leaves of the trees which nourish us on a cellular level. What we now have are carbon chain constructs created in a laboratory, approved by the FDA, that they don't have side effects. They have negative direct effects that go on for pages. People are being, the number 1 cause of the suicide epidemic in America today is psychotropic drugs, which have been approved by the FDA, which is no more than a house of prostitution for the pharmaceutical corporations. And they are passing this stuff out, and they know it's killing thousands and tens of thousands of people year after year. We've gone from the healthiest nation on the planet 100 years ago to the sickest nation on the planet, and it's because Babylon has a death grip around us, and we need to come out of Babylon.
People are so programmed today, and you know, suicide is a serious thing and it's a very sad thing. And especially when it happens immediate, everyone feels the impact. But when it takes a slow lifetime of suiciding ourselves, very people look at the true cause. And it's exactly what people are doing to themselves with their fork and knife being more deadly than any weapon that people are dying from in the war. It's the fork and knife that's killing people because they're being programmed and they're being deceived. They're stuck in Babylon. And as Michael said, it's time to understand, to get the knowledge, and get out immediately. And that's what we're here to help you do. So get out of Babylon now, and thank you, Michael, for being a guest here and giving my viewers a rude awakening.
Well, thank you, Paul, and we'll see everyone on the road out of Babylon.